And you're welcome along here to the beautiful surrounds of the Clonlygale Club Grounds in Dundalk in the county of Louth for the meeting of Louth, the home team here indeed, against Antrim. This is round 2 of Division 4A of the Lidl Ladies League. And both sides coming in from the back of a loss for Louth last weekend and a win for Antrim. So a victory for Antrim today should secure them that semi-final spot in this division. Beautiful conditions for us here. Pitch obviously in pristine condition and the sun beaming down, and a quick check using the very fancy phones that we have nowadays has told us up on 16 to 18 degrees on pitch at the moment. So it's going to be a very warm afternoon with us here, and we're looking forward to this encounter. We'll just go through the teams for you prior to throw in here. We'll go through the home team first. Louth obviously in their red and white. 2 changes being made to the starting 15 that was initially released. In on the corner back position is number 17 Ellis Hand in place of number 2 Shoda Matthews, and there's a change in the half forward line. Katie Flood, the number 11, has been replaced by number 22 Niamh Rice. Now I believe there will be a tactical change made then with Niamh Rice moving into the corner position and Denise McKenna moving to the half back position. So we'll go through that team in full for you. Una Pearson in goals, as noted. Ellis Han, Sarah Quinn and Emer Murray in the full back line. Michelle McMahon, Shannon McLaughlin their captain, and Ciara Nolan in the half back line, with Anya Breen and Aoife Halligan at the centre of the field. Aoife Russell, Niamh Rice and Rebecca Carr are down in the half-forward line, with Laura Collins, Lauren Boyle and Denise McKenna completing the starting 15. But as I said, tactically, Niamh Rice will be moving into the corner and Denise McKenna moving out then into the half-forward line. And there was a late fitness test was being conducted here on Kate Flood to see if she would be able to start or not. So we're watching with interest. That may still change, but that's the information that has been forwarded to us at the moment here prior to throw in from the Louth management. Turning our attention then to the Antrim team, and again they seem to have left the field for the moment. Maybe they've went back to the dressing room after noting they had been on the field warming up, so they've gone maybe back for the shade of the dressing rooms just to cool down once again. The Antrim captain is in the middle of the field, that's Aisling McFarland, and the Antrim team is now, I can see them off to my left hand side, coming back from the dressing rooms once more. They've also made one change. Julie Curran is coming in, number 16 on her back, in place of number 5 Rebecca Bradley. And there's 2 jersey changes then. Orla Corr at number 3 is going to wear the number 26 jersey in place of that full back position jersey, and Kiva Stewart, normally number 4, is wearing the number 30 jersey. Apparently the number 3 and number 4 jerseys of the Antrim ladies has gone missing, so if anybody can shine any light on that, I'm sure they'd be delighted maybe to try and get them back. But that's jersey changes. Players stay the same, just jersey changes. So it's Anna McCann in goals, Eve McIntosh, Orla Corr and Kiva Stewart on their full back line. Julie Curran, as noted, coming into that half back line alongside Aisling McFarland, the captain, and Anya Tuberty. Centre of the field is Emma Ferrin and Ciara Brown. Niamh Enright, Cathy Carey and Theresa Mellon in the half-forward line. Aoife Taggart, Maeve McCurdy and Caitlin Target completing their starting 15. And we were given full value of the national anthem there. Just and apologies for the slight technical hitch, but we got there, which is the most important thing. So the two teams breaking away from their huddles. Obviously the subs will be coming up into the covered stand here. They may be glad of the shade as well. It must be said, in the covered stand here, it's breezy. The wind is blowing sort of across the field from the far side towards us here. So it'll be just interesting to watch in regards to what way the ball will travel when it's put in at any sort of height. I noticed straight away that Louth have placed Denise McKenna into the middle of the field, so that's another tactical change for them. And looking to see Katie Flood, no, 22, Niamh Rice is going up into the corner as we were told, so substitutes make their way off the field here. Two teams take their positions. Eddie Cuthbert of County Down is our referee for today. I say beautiful sunshine, on field temperatures touching the 17 to 18 degree mark out there, so as noted the water breaks will definitely come as a welcome respite, I would have thought, after the 15 odd minutes or so. Oh, indeed, with the subs joining us here in the stands as well, it'll add the feeling of a crowd. Unfortunately no crowds as of yet south of the border returning back. We did see it with games yesterday in the north, the return of 500, and it certainly was welcoming to the ear to hear supporters applauding, cheering and getting behind their teams. So everyone is off the field. We're ready to get underway. The shrill whistle of Eddie Cuthbert gets the action underway. Denise McKenna Louth got a strong hand up to that one, but it's Antrim that's on the ground going in looking for it there, and it's Kathy Carey. Has a goal to her name from last week. 5 goals in all that Antrim got. Plays that one short over to Anya Tuberty, and now they're driving it up in long. Looking immediately for the twins inside, but it's Louth that cut that one out over on the far side. Coming was Anya Breen there, tight along the sideline. Dropping it back inside again here and getting the support then to Ciara Nolan across into the middle here. Louth very, very quickly through the hands. Coming across the field. Antrim are more than happy to allow them to do that. And now the kick pass is going in. Nice ball placed down in front there. Looking for Niamh Rice. Also got a goal to her name last week when she come on as a sub. Nice interchange of place. Going to come back out to Niamh Rice once more. All sold off on the right and come back in on her left, but just wasn't confident enough to go up in distance. Down into the full forward to Lauren Boyle, and allow them move this one inside down to Denise McKenna, which she may have started in the centre of the field, but she's on the end of that particular move for Louth, and it's her that gets the opening point for the home side here. Nice interchange of play there. It very quickly looked like Niamh Rice wanted to go initially for it. Sold a lovely little dummy off, but come back in again. Just wasn't confident to kick it from the distance. And just a bit of medical treatment directly below us here for an Antrim player. But that's a nice opening start from Louth. Very quickly through the hands after an initial attack for Antrim was broken down. Turned over very quickly up the opposite end of the field. And the greatest punishment you'll give any team when you force a turnover is to put a score on the board, and that's exactly what Louth done. I see number 30 in for Antrim as well, so that 30 is Kiva Stewart. Actually, that was the jersey change, and it was Kathy Carey that was down, back up on her feet, thankfully. Long driving ball out. It's a facet of Anne McCann. The Antrim goalkeeper driv that one right out into the middle, and it's taken inside there by Anya Tuberty. Plays it off down inside. Kathy Carey, and that's up along the sideline. It's going for a sideline ball for Antrim here. Just lost it behind the pillar, but it looks like the Maeve McCurdy that's out on this one. The fall forward, driving across into the centre. Looking inside there for Teresa Mallon. Getting her start today. Also come on and got a goal to her name the last day, and foul there, and it was quickly taken, the free that is, by Louth, and it's coming out then with for Russell. Nice little short hand pass lay off inside to the on-running Michelle McMahon, and again it just goes to ground but maintains possession, kicks it across field. It was well read there by Aoife Hannigan, because there's a kind of kick into just space to be picked up on, and that's out with Anya Breen for Louth, and they're moving it again here once more. Niamh Rice, and again she goes off on her right and comes back in on her left and lays it nicely then into Lauren Boyle, and she's just bottled up. Tornan has to come back out again. Ball goes to ground, back up into the hands then of Anya Breen. Back over once more to Denise McKenna. She's got one to her name, driving a long ball inside. There's going to be a race for possession, and it's brilliantly won. It looks like Laura Collins turning on to that one. Has she done enough? I think she has. The umpire waves the white flag to that one. It was a lovely ball. I thought just it was going to beat the corner forward that was rushing out to meet it there. And I think it was Laura Collins that was on the end of that one. A nice passage of play. Second point for Louth. And a good opening for them as we look at the breeze. Still sort of coming across the field, so it's not aiding as such, those kicks going in. And Antrim again go short with the kick out this time. Nice ball played out into the centre here to Ciara Brown. Down and picks it up and lays a nice one in then to Niamh Enright. Enright, lovely rolling coming out there from Aoife Taggart. One of the twins, Caitlin Taggart, the other, and I was informed they celebrate their 21st today, so what a way to celebrate your 21st birthday, representing your county. For the two of them, it very nearly broken down. Antrim still in possession with it here. Back out to Niamh Enright. Bounce out of the ball, plays it low along the ground inside there, looking for Meath McCurdy. And she stripped up possession and Louth. This is 3 times they've done it. Now it's spilled inside here. Again, just a little bit of settling going on the ball here. But Denise McKenna, well, she's covering quite a bit of ground. Already has got her name on the score sheet. Back out foraging around the middle there. 2 players collide. Antrim's going to come out with it with Anya Tuberty. Tuberty out over the head to Niamh Enright. Enright then into Meath McCurdy. McCurdy again deep looking into the corner, but Louth know the danger that's possessed inside there and is picked up in then by Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell back then to Ellis Hand, and Hand across into the centre there with the support of Emma Murray, and Murray now coming out and has passed off Louth. Indeed, that's coming out with it there. Nice ball played down into the centre here, and here go Louth again, and they're very, very quick whenever they put the burners on, and Ciara Nolan has certainly put the burners on. Lovely ball played back over into Shauna McLaughlin. Started this move, driving a long one in. Good hand going up inside there from Niamh McIntosh just to break that one away. In fairness, Anna McCann, I think the goalkeeper was reading it coming into her there as well, but that ball definitely run in for quite the distance there, and it was a strong hand from Niamh McIntosh, but Shauna McLaughlin was involved initially in the turnover of that move, took the ball out, took the return pass back on it as well, playing the real captain's role, and that was given away cheaply inside there to Rebecca Carr, and she plays it out looking for Denise McCann again. She's a big imposing player, gets back down, gets the ball back up, and Antrim try to get the numbers around her, and they lay it inside, and it's going to drop down into the hands of Anna McCann. And now can Antrim capitalise on this one? Long driving ball again. It's a fantastic kick out from Anna McCann, so it is. Driving it down deep and broken inside there by Kathy Carey, and now it's Antrim coming attacking once more. It was laid quickly down into the hands. I think that was Teresa Mellon. It was indeed, and she plays it into Meath McCurdy. McCurdy's going to come back looking for Mellon once more. Opts to leave it to Taggart. It was Caitlin on this occasion, and back out with Mellon once more. Partial block on that one, but it could still fall inside to the hands of the number 10 inside, Niamh Enright, and that's a good point. It took a little while, it took a little bit of effort, but Antrim have got their opening score coming off the boot there inside of Niamh Enright, and they'll be happy with that. Antrim settling down. I see that Una Pearson, the Louth goalkeeper, cap on head because of the strong sunshine. I'm assuming the sun is shining that way into her face, and this has been turned over, and Antrim had an opportunity now to level matters for themselves, driving that one in. It's out to the wrong side, the post and wide. An opportunity there from Kathy Carey, and she just pulled it to the far side of the post and wide. It did have Una Pearson just backtracking ever so slightly. And again, you can hear the shouts going up. Antrim are pushing up, just making it difficult, so she goes for the short option. To Sarah Quinn, her full back, and it's quickly in through the hands here once more. Louth on ball again into their midfielder Halligan, and Halligan laying it down into Eilish Hand. Hand then laying it off nicely to Rebecca Carr, and again the long ball's going inside looking for Niamh Rice, and again she'd sell off on the right and come back on the left. Solo's on the right, this time still carrying it on as Niamh Rice. Now she's coming back in on the left. Lovely passage play off the right, and it's in the back of the net. Or is it over the bar? In fact, I thought it had dropped just low enough there, but it's not as over the bar, in fact. But it was lovely work, and she keeps continually doing that, coming in on her right. But that was a lovely outside of the right effort, in and over the bar. 3 points to 1 in favour of the home side here. Again, another wonderful kick out from Anna McCann. And Antrim again building, settling into this one with Niamh Enright. Ball right over along that sideline, and Emer Murray gets her back down and picks it up and puts it into the middle here, and coming out is Anya Breen, number 8 on her back. Lovely little interchange of play there, and Louth suddenly putting the head down. They seem to cover a lot of ground, going through the middle and back inside here again, looking for Denise McKenna, and it just did not Denise McKenna. In fact, it was Rebecca Carr they were looking for this time. Denise McKenna out on this one now, putting pressure inside on your Tuberty, but Tuberty managed to get the ball away into Ashley McFarland, and now pops it out over the head here, looking for Teresa Mellon. Teresa Mellon, soccer style along the ground, little pushing in her back from Ciara Nolan, but the referee's happy enough that there was nothing untoward with that. It was just enough to put the Antrim player off, and Louth have turned it over for themselves, and again they're breaking quickly down through the middle with Anya Breen, very quickly through the hands. It's back with Breen once more, initially involved in this move, and now looking a long ball inside, looking for Lauren Boyle, nicely picked up by Lauren Boyle. She's going to come in off the left, puts it across, and the umpire points at the white flag. Another point. The pace of Louth, particularly down through the middle, is very, very telling here at the moment. Mixing it up with both running at the Antrim defence and then putting long ball in as well when it suits. Anna McCann again driving it out into the middle, and it's broken down and taken in there by Emma Ferran. And Ferran now hand passing, looking ahead that she is Niamh Enright in support. Enright solo on the right, cutting back in again, looking for options, finds that Kathy Carey has given her that option. And Carey again sells off to the right, comes back in. If she has support, if she needs it with Caitlin Taggart, she goes instead and drops it into Maeve McCurdy instead. The full forward, McCurdy cutting across. Oh, that's a very important hand going up inside there, because there was a goal opportunity about to open up, but Aoife Russell rose highest and broke it down, and here they come again. Michelle McMahon with Louth once more, and again the passage of play would be very similar. It's broken down on this occasion by Anya Tuberty going in there, as judged to mean touched on the ground when she threw herself in on the ball there. Yeah, Eddie Cuthbert, the referee, signalling what it was for, and it's quickly taken. So Michelle McMahon over on that far side again. The runner's coming through the middle is Rebecca Carr, just doesn't take it at the first time of asking, puts herself under a little bit of pressure and cuts back inside here once more. Has support from Denise McKenna, and I can tell you Denise McKenna will back herself to carry and come off her left under all sorts of pressure, and that's gone in the whole way into the net. One of those ones dropping down, and it landed in over the head of Anna McCann, and it's a blistering start for Louth here. 1-4 to a point. The clock's telling me here we've about 10 minutes gone in this first half, and it has been all Louth. Antrim slowly building once more through the middle with Ciara Brown into Ashley McFarland, back into the centre once more, and trying to get it across then to Kathy Carey, and they've managed to do that. Louth are so quick, both going forward and getting players back, and they've done it again. They've turned it over again, and the passage of play will work once more. So quickly through the hands, coming out and giving the support as Lauren Boyle, and it's back inside then on the hands of Rebecca Carr. Carr going right across the centre of the field, more than happy to do that. It just allows those ahead of her to get into position. She'll have support coming towards her. She's done it. Now they play it out inside here again. Oh, I could see the intention. They were looking for Denise McKenna, but the Antrim rear guard read where that one was going into the space. Have picked up on it, and now it's on you, Tuberty. Tuberty directly below us, toe to hand on 3 occasions, and now lays the nice ball up in front here. Niamh Enright stood up Ciara Nolan, and then decided to go by her with a little push in on the back. Chop tackle coming in on Niamh Enright there, just as she was releasing that one by Ciara Nolan. And a free for Antrim, and they're going to take it quickly. They're going to go backwards with the support coming out with Orla Carr there, number 26 on her back, the full back. And again, being stood up, hand across her there. She wins herself the free. And again, the referee, Eddie Cuthbert, very clear in the signalling as to what that was for. And Kathy Carey stand over this one outside the arc of the D, maybe 6-7 metres out from the outside of it. She'll shorten the distance for herself. Oh, that's a wonderful strike. That's a beautiful strike of the ball by Kathy Carey there. Our first score from a place ball as a train goes by us on the far side of the tracks. One of the sights that we can see here, as Una Pearson goes short out with it here. Two Louth players, I thought they were momentarily going to mix up their signals, but they didn't. Michelle McMahon had her name on it from a long way out and has got it back in there again very quickly. And again, they're playing that long ball in, and it's broken inside once more. But Antrim now are getting the bodies back that wee bit quicker. They're beginning to read what Louth are trying to do, and they're coming out with it over on the far side with Enright, Niamh Enright. She was on this near side a moment ago, swapped over to the far side. Positions matter a little now in Gaelic football. Athleticism is the story of the game, and now the long ball from Antrim's going the whole way in, and Una Pearson just allowed that one to bounce in front of her. She was content enough that it was going to bounce out to the wrong side of the post and wide, but it's always that fear factor when you allow a ball to bounce coming in like that as to what it can do. But the Louth goalkeeper with the black and gold jersey and cap on head was happy to let that bounce. Kick out coming out, and Antrim now beginning to get a little bit of possession for themselves here with Ciara Brown. Plenty of encouragement from her, for teammates here on the subs bench, as she just caught that one all wrong. It still may come with something. Oh, that's a wonderful takedown inside there by Louth, and here they come again. Coming out with it is Aoife Russell, and Russell down into the centre here then to Hannigan. Hannigan playing it down. Denise McKenna, as I say, this lady has covered the majority of the Clonagale pitch already inside the opening 12 minutes, but again, when she's out there and they're trying to play it inside, she can't be in the two places at the one time. And Antrim are now beginning to discover the spaces that they've been trying to exploit and making use of it. Another good battle going on here, and again it's Louth that win out on that battle, and it's into the hand once more of Michelle McMahon. Nice little ball laid off into the centre there to Shannon McLaughlin. Interestingly, the two centre backs are the captains for the two teams. Nice ball in. Here's Niamh Rice on it once more. Toe to hand. Oh, lovely little juggling act with the ball. Still Niamh Rice. Oh, she's found space for herself. She's got to finish it. Oh, and pops it in and over the bar. Well, you have to credit Anna McCann for doing everything she possibly could. She come out and narrowed the angle there, and I think that's why it was the snapshot from Niamh Rice. But how on earth she jigged and danced her way through the Antrim defence there to win that space for herself. And I think maybe that's what caught her off guard. She wasn't expecting to get in and win the space so easily like she did. There is the water break being called. It's 1-5-2 in favour of Louth here, as I think we'll all take the opportunity to take a little bit of fluid on board. Now the shrill whistle of the referee informs us there water break is over. Well, the two teams are making the most of their break, and you know what, I can't blame them. Warm day with us here. It has been well forecasted that we could expect this, so certainly shouldn't have come as a surprise. The beautiful conditions that we're having here, ideal for the game of football. So 1-5-2 in favour of Louth, the home side here at the moment. Went down to Leitrim in the opening round, maybe surprisingly so. They'd be one of the favourites to certainly be making the semi-finals of Division 4, and they're going the right way about it, making amends for that loss to Leitrim. Antrim with that opening day win, and a comfortable one it was in the end against Derry. Anna McCann playing it out short here. They've opted away from going long with their ball, so they have going short instead, and coming up on this near side is Antrim as they take it into their centre back there, Ashley McFarland, and back out into the hands of Ciara Brown. Back once more then with Anya Tuberty. It's so quick through the hands, and it's back in then with Ciara Brown once more. And lovely ball played in then to Ashley McFarlane once more. It's a lovely passage of play, but can they finish it with something? No, just little snapshot there out to the wrong side of the post and wide. By my calculation, I think that's the third wide for Antrim, possibly two for Louth. As we look at the clock, we're just coming up on the 17th minute, having not stopped the clock, so there'll certainly be a minute and a bit to be taken off that for the water break. Una Pearson is down to her left hand side, goes short out into the middle there to Emer Murray. Goalkeepers have been changing their kick out strategies from short to long, and it's working for Louth at the moment as they come breaking right down through the middle with Aoife Russell, and again they're playing it deep out into the corner. This has been working for them. Lovely little bounce there for Lauren Boyle to take that one up into herself, the full forward, and again she's maintaining possession of the ball. The referee's hand goes up for an advantage maybe being played. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. He had the hand up there momentarily, whether it was to shield himself from the sun or if he was calling for something, whatever the case may be. It's gone out as a wide, and we still remain 1-5-2. So again, Anna McCann going for the short kick out loud. They're allowing this to happen now that they can go to the corner here. This one's kicked long. It's going to drop down into no man's land, and the hand going up from Teresa Mellon to break that one down, but again coming across and reading where that one going was Ellis Hand. Wins herself the free. Thought she'd got herself the advantage. Eddie Cuthbert had decided that she was being held back, and they take it quickly, and it's back with the player that was fouled. Plays it across into the centre, and again Louth breaking through the middle with Michelle McMahon back into the hands of Shannon McLaughlin. Louth still in possession out then with Denise McKenna. McKenna driving it long, but Antrim will sort of have a sweeper in there now, have deployed players out in front where it's been kicked into space and have cut out that option that had worked for Louth and had produced 1-5 from them from play. 2 points for Antrim. All scores from play bar the one. And it's with Antrim over on the far side with Niamh McIntosh. Opts to come back and make use of her captain, McFarland, Ashleen, and she lays it off then to Orla Carr. Carr dropping it down into the centre. I think that's Niamh Enright that come out and got her hand of that one. And again, it's quickly through the hands. Another player that's seen a lot of ball is the number 12, Mellon, and again she's turned over. There's a brilliant battle between herself and Ciara Nolan in there, and Ciara Nolan comes out on top on this occasion, and it's down into the centre here once more. Anya Breen lays it down in, and again the long ball dropping down into space. Orla Cord momentarily lost it in the sun there, got a hand up. Denise McKenna done brilliant to pick that one up. It bounced up into her and fell into the hands then of Lauren Boyle, and she drives it long inside. There could be a goal opportunity here again. Great save by Una McCann, but I think there's going to be a penalty here because the tackle came across, and Laura Collins, just as she was about to pull the trigger, is it inside the square? The referee, I think, is just going in. It is a penalty. It was the tackle that come across, and Laura Collins, just as she was about to pull the trigger, she was bundled over off the ball. The referee waited until he run in and just seen exactly where the indiscretion was, and then made his decision that it was to be a penalty. Anna McCann had got out and got her body between herself and goal, as you would expect your goalkeeper to do, but now she has a wee bit more work to do as she faces this one from Laura Collins. A goal to her name the last day out as well from the spot this time, and Anna McCann judged it the right way, but it nestles in the back of the net. It's the second goal for Louth, 5-2 in favour of the home side here. Anna McCann again has options right and left of her now, and Louth are allowing them to have that, allowing them to build from the back, and then the minute to get it into a half forward or full forward line, they're turning it over. So possession is key now for Antrim as they go over on that far side with Emma Ferrin. Allowed to carry, and Louth will allow them to do that, and then the pressure comes on them more or less just when they get in on the arc of the D. There is that pressure coming again, would you believe? Caitlin Taggart at the moment here, inside to her twin sister Aoife. That's a wonderful score. The minute it left her boot, it was curling, and curling had only one place it was going to land. That was right over the black spot. Had done that. The twins combining to knock that one in and over the bar. Probably a move they've worked many a time in the backyard and playing off each other like that, and that was a lovely finish to that one. Just looked like Una Pearson may have stepped out over the 20-metre line on that kick out, but has gotten away with it and has played up deep into the corner here once more. Nice little sell to the left by Lauren Boyle, and she still retains possession. Hand goes in, strips her off it, but she plays it back out to Rebecca Carr. Again, Antrim trying to get the numbers back, but it's still not enough. That's a great score from Rebecca Carr. Well, the scores are of the highest quality here at the moment, so they are on both sides, but it's Louth is really making them count. 2-6-3. And Antrim, I think, are going to start looking at possibly making a change for themselves. They are. Number 29 coming in for them is Ellen Morgan. That's coming in. So Ellen Morgan makes her way in. And just look to see who that is that's coming off. It's the number 12, in fact. Rebecca Carr. Or not Rebecca, sorry, Teresa Mellon. Teresa Mellon that has come off. And that's dropped down. Louth there again. Building from the back once more. How often have we not said that? But they've been so good at it. With McMahon so quickly through the hands and to Anya Breen. Breen off the outside of the right, deep down into the corner here once more. Coming out, Laura Collins. Solo off the ball. Looks inside at the post. That ball's going to drop the whole way down. Oh, it's beautifully read inside there by McIntosh. And she plays it off and makes use then of Emma Ferrin. Antrim again with McIntosh once more, clearing the danger inside in our full back line, and Out now, round the centre to Kathy Carey. Carey driving it long, just comes off the knee inside there. Unfortunately, the Antrim player that was chasing it down. That looked like Taggart, Aoife Taggart. Back with Louth once more. Into the centre here, and they always have plenty of time with Anya Breen to carry, and still carrying, and high lifted the ball out to Denise McKenna. McKenna off the left boot, driving it in. Oh, you could see the intention inside. Oh, Laura Collins has done very well again. The bounce just seemed to deceive everybody. A partial block on it, put it across there, and Anna McCann racing to try and stop it going for the result in 45. Just didn't get to it in time, so 45 for Louth here. Playing the simple football and making it look easy by times. Beautiful ball in there by Denise McKenna. And again, Laura Collins done very well. She was surrounded by two Antrim players, but it was just the bounce when it landed seemed to favour her. Took it back into her hand and the partial block on it, then put it across and out for the 45. And Laura Collins will take this result in 45. Again, just looking at the flag of the lines person out there when they were setting it up. It looks like the breeze that is coming across the field just maybe in her face ever so slightly. She's going to go short with this one. Yeah, she drives it right out and found look McKenna coming across on it there, back inside then to Lauren Boyle, and the umpire. Oh, that's a beautiful score. That's one off the training ground there. Played it out. Back in again, Lauren Boyle, and there's going to be a second change for Antrim here, so they know they're in a little bit of difficulty. And immediately going to their bench and making those changes. 2-7-3 in favour of the home side here. And it's the number 5, Rebecca Bradley, who didn't start, that comes in. And coming off is Kiva Stewart. So Rebecca Bradley in place of Kiva Stewart, and Antrim win themselves the free out in the middle and they play it across and are happy to carry it out with their captain into one of the number of changes that they've been forced into already. Ellen Morgan, Glenavi plays it down in front of her here, and Antrim again going with their captain once more, Ashley McFarland, and just need to move it. This is the difference. Louth move it that wee bit quicker into the forward line. Antrim just that little bit slower, and it's allowing Louth to get back now. There could be a break for them inside here with Ciara Brown, but it comes back outside once more, and solo off the hand there with Kathy Carey, and she plays it across then to Ellen Morgan. Ellen Morgan suddenly decides, right, it's time to look at the post here, and that's a wonderful strike at the score. Well, they're talking reference maybe blanket defences and getting the numbers back, because what you do then, you just pop it over any sort of number of players that's from front of you there, and Ellen Morgan just seemed to get tired of the back and forwardness of the play that was going on and decided, right, enough's enough, and struck it in and over the bar. But that's the difference of the two sides. As Una Pearson puts Ella's hand under a little bit of pressure there, but they've managed to get it cleared back up again. But it's very telling that Louth are packed with a wee bit more pace and move the ball in. There it goes again inside, looking for the forward line. It's just moving that wee bit quicker. McIntosh coming across, trying to get a hand to it there. Sent aside to Laura Collins once more. Back out then to Lauren Boyle, and Lauren Boyle has stood up. Little push off on her. It's going to be a free in here for Louth, and an opportunity to immediately reply back on the concession of that last point. 2-7-4. We're looking at the clock and just going by the stopwatch. It's 26 coming up, maybe close to 27 minutes in this first half, but obviously the water break has to be accounted into that time as Lauren Boyle just puts that one inside the post. The umpire quickly points to his opposing umpire that has the white flag, and he signals it up, and it goes to 2-8-4. And Anna McCann again, goalkeeper down to my right hand side here, again drops it out. Oh, and Denise McKenna very nearly read where that one was going, but Antrim just managed to get ball to hand, and it's inside. The strong tackle going in there on Julie Curran. Stood up, referee goes to the book. There's going to be a little tick going into the book there, and Lauren Boyle will be just on best behaviour for the next few moments or so. Taken quickly and shortly there, and it's played into the captain, Ashley McFarland. Again, trying to break it down through the middle is Emma Ferran. And again, just being bottled up, running into the mass red and white wall that's in front of her there. She has to be careful not for an overcarry, and they quickly move it through the hands once more. It's with Morgan, Ellen Morgan, and again they just cough up possession on themselves. It's Anya Breen. Ned Can coming across. Rebecca Carr trying to get down on that one. Toe poked out to the Aoife Hannigan, and it comes inside there, and good walk from the Antrim number 2, Niamh McIntosh. Played it across, and now it's with Julie Curran once more. Plays it down into McFarlane. McFarlane across and into Ellen Morgan. Must be said she's gotten involved in a lot of ball. Has Ellen Morgan since her introduction. Plays it right across then to Rebecca Bradley, who has come in. Two of the substitutions that Antrim have made, and they've played it deep down into the corner looking for Caitlin Taggart. They know the danger that she is as she comes back in on the right and looks inside at the post, and it's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. Well, she had to favour herself going for that. She had no other option really available to her. Pearson off to her left hand side. We'll get the action back underway again. Drives it out into the centre, broken down, just wasn't taken at the first time of asking, gotten it the second time. The referee judged the hand tackle come in there on the Louth player as she was bending down for it. They take it quickly out to Denise McKenna. As I say, has been roving all over the place. Strong, imposing player. But Antrim now beginning to read when the ball goes out deep into those corners. They're getting players out there, turning it over, but they now want to make it tell on the scoreboard for themselves as they turn over this one. Julie Curran is deep out into the corner and it's back inside to the hands there of Emma Ferran, and back in once more to Maeve McCurdy. They're having to pull the forward line out to get possession of the ball, and it's turned over once again. Again, for fear of repeating myself, but Louth have been so good at that turnover, and then they break with pace and play it out to this near side. Lovely little hand coming across there, beautifully taken in by Lauren Boyle. Shipped a little knock for herself there. Lovely little over the shoulder. She knew exactly where Rebecca Carr was going to be standing to pick up on that one. Carr winding herself up to come off her left, and she's done that. It's not just enough. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide, and the referee, it is the sun he's battling with, I think, at times. He just puts his hand up to shield himself to the bright sunshine as he watches the play break in front of him. As Anna McCann down to her right hand side again, going for a long driving kick out. It's going to drop down into space directly below us here. It's Louth on the ball, and again they win themselves with free. Kieran Nolan there, judged to have been fouled. Gives it off to her captain, Shannon McLaughlin, who drops it down into the middle to Breen. Anya Breen, toe to hand. Nice little solo being stood up inside by Ciara Brown. Good still continuing on Anya Breen, and runs herself into a little cul-de-sac. Two minds. You've seen that. She initially thought about maybe going for the effort, realised there was a wee bit more space, tried to run into it and just took the extra step that was the overcarry. And Antrim now have an opportunity to build once more, but it's building deep from within their own corner. Inside to Tuberty, playing it up along the line. It's very, very tight. Hand goes up and Antrim win themselves. That's an Antrim ball. Oh, it was the Louth hand that got to that one, I think. And I think even Niamh Enright is arguing the call on that one. And it's Louth here that have the sideline ball. Drop down inside then to Rebecca Carr. Carr drops into the centre then to Breen. Anya Breen, and Antrim turn it over. Turnovers both sides of the field. Fairly telling in this first half with us here. What is Louth, whenever they've made those turnovers that have really made it count. Well, Enright was on this side, claiming a sideline ball. Now she's over on the far side, taking that one in. What Antrim wouldn't give maybe for a goal for themselves just to finish off this first half, as they believe there was a foul inside on them there. But Eddie Cuthbert, the referee, happy to allow play to continue, and it's Louth is coming out with it, down into the centre once more to Breen. Hand pass down again then to Halligan, Aoife Halligan. She has Rebecca Carr out to her right. She opts instead to go deep down into the corner, and there's a little push in on the back, and Antrim will be questioning was not as similar to the left hand side, but maybe it was a more straightforward push in on the back there of Lauren Boyle, and she wins her set the free. She's going to turn and come back to Rebecca Carr, and there goes the half-time whistle. 2 minutes exactly, allowing for the water break, and it's the home side Louth that are the happier of the two sides as they take in a 2-8 to 4 point lead at half-time. You're welcome back with us here. You can hear just the applause of the Louth team. They're having their team talk there with their management team. To our left-hand side, Antrim remained out on the field in the sunshine. I think the Louth players maybe just were glad to get into a little bit of shelter here. We'll look to see if either side are going to plan or make any changes. 2-8-4 in favour of the home side here. It is the Clonagale grounds in Dundalk on the county of Louth, where we find ourselves today. Their county grounds, which is just out the road from us here as well, obviously being used by the men today as well. They're taking on Sligo in a winner-takes-all affair to see who'll make the semi-final of the Division 4 gents. But it's the ladies that's their main focus here on Louth. In fairness, are doing everything in their power to ensure they make a last four position. That opening day loss, or prize opening day loss, certainly from their perspective, to Leitrim, has been put to the back of their minds. And they're comfortable on the scoreboard at the moment, 2-8-4. But we've another 30 minutes of football to come our way here. And again, we're just looking at the breeze, if it's aiding anywhere. And it doesn't appear to be. It's definitely coming across the field. As McKenna goes up and breaks the ball down. The Louth, number 15. Ball played along the ground. No, there was a hand come in there, I think. And Antrim win themselves the free. I thought he was signalling initially the ball had been played along the ground, but it's Emma Ferrin. Basketball and proficient basketball player as well, I've been informed, with the Phoenix Club up in Belfast. That's played deep down into the corner there to Caitlin Taggart. If you're only joining us here in this encounter, Sister Aoife inside there as well. They're celebrating their 21st birthday today. As I noted, what a way to be celebrating it in the sunshine here in Dundalk. And it's Louth that have turned it over, and they're coming out with Shannon McLaughlin dropping it down inside here. Over and then to Denise McKenna, and she looked up and she seen that Ailish Han was coming and giving her an option, and she made use of that option and now play it low along the ground deep into the corner here. That's serious covering work by Niamh McIntosh. She come from absolutely nowhere to come across in front of that one, and gets hand the ball and plays it down to Tubridy. And Tubridy bounced and solo out of the ball, has covered a lot of ground. Another bounce and another solo, and again she's continuing on, still covering a lot of ground. Drops it down into the centre there to Ciara Brown. Ciara Brown deep down into the corner, just momentarily goes out over the hands of Maeve McCordy there. Oh, that's a strong tackle coming across Caitlin Taggart there. She was just caught as she turned into that one, and the referee may judge just that it was the way the Antrim player turned into it. The Louth player was committed to coming in as well. And thankfully, Caitlin Taggart is back up again, sitting up. It was just an unfortunate clash as the two of them turned into each other there. And she is back up on her feet. That's the most important thing. And referee Eddie Cuthbert accepted it for what it was, an accidental clash. And indeed, Caitlin's going to be fit to take this one as well. So she is. Two solos. I wonder, will she go for the third one on her foot? No, she settled herself now. She gains a yard. She drives it in, but she's just put it out to the wrong side of the post and wide. There was just a drawn in of breath there, because I thought the Antrim player in at the near post, which is McCurdy, I think could have maybe pulled it back down again, but it just travelled. Una Pearson is dispatched of the cap. I'm looking to my left, and Anna McCann now has the cap. I'm not so sure in COVID times if they'd be allowed to swap caps, so I'm assuming she took her own. It's out into the centre there again. Ashley McFarlane dropped down in here to the middle, and an opportunity for Kathy Carey to get the opening score, and she's done that. Well, that's the start Antrim would have wanted at the start of the second half. Slowly but surely, they're going to eat into this lead that Louth have on them, and that's a good way of doing it with the opening score at the second half. It has been all Antrim as Pearson drives this one out into the centre, and it's well taken down there by Anya Breen and laid it off very quickly. And here they go again. Rebecca Carr dropped down into the hands of Niamh Rice. Nice solo at the ball, steps back inside once more, and again the space opens up in front of her. An opportunity for a goal. Oh, what a finish from Niamh Rice. Well, the minute she brought herself into that little bit of space, she was immediately picking, where am I going to put this one? And she put it to the furthest point away from the despairing drive of Anna McCann and to the back of the net. Well, I talked about Antrim getting the perfect start to get a point on the board for themselves. Well, that's an even better reply then from Louth's perspective, as they immediately cancel out the concession of any score whatsoever by raising a green flag of their own and push it out 17 points to 5. 3-8 to 5 is how it reads on the scoreboard. And Eddie Cuthbert, a referee, going to throw this one up. Denise McKenna. Well, there's a contest of just one hand up and drawing it down to herself and drops it in then to Anya Breen. Breen in behind to the goal scorer Niamh Rice. Nice then out to Lauren Boyle. Lauren Boyle off her right. It's just going to go out to the wrong side of the post and wide for Louth's first wide of the second half. Calculations wise, I think they had 4 in the first half. Antrim had similar in the first half, 4 wides, and they've had already 1 wide in the second half. So they're even on that statistic, but the scoreboard certainly in favour of the home side here at the moment. McCann out to the near side here, using the support of Julie Curran. There's normally a sub-goalkeeper, I believe, as well, or had been a goalkeeper for Queens. Playing an outfield role for today. That's dropped down inside. It's into the hands of Tuberty. Anya Tuberty cutting back across into the centre here. Antrim again, slowly, patiently building up. It's down in the end to Ciara Brown. What they wouldn't give to raise a green flag of their own. And they're trying to work their way in there. But again, Louth just get the numbers back. And they're going to break. And it could be turned over. Pressure's on here now. The ball's broken out. And it's touched on the ground. I think the referees are judging a little tap on the ankle there that tucked down Ailish hand. And I can hear the Louth management shouting below us here, move the ball faster. And that's what just caught them out. As Denise McKenna turns on that one, drives it long, drops down. Oh, what a take by Niamh Rice inside there. She stood up. The referee will be going to the book here once more. Well, I think with the Antrim player, she realised that if Niamh Rice did get past her, there was danger ahead. Tried to take it quickly, but I think the referee is going to have a wee bit of work and officialdom to carry out here. And the Antrim player appears to have picked up a knock for herself inside, and is Orla Corr. It just stood up, and are we going to have a change below us here? We are 16. Julie Curran has come off. I'm not so sure who it is has went in there. I didn't see anybody going in as of yet, so I'll just have to look around us to see and do a quick check on numbers on jerseys. Julie Curran certainly has made her way off. The referee is happy enough that play can continue here, and thankfully Orla Corr is back up on her feet again after some treatment there, and Niamh Rice is standing over the ball, so we're up to date on all the happenings. 2 bounces from the ball, and just taking our time, settling down, and why wouldn't you when you can finish it like that? In and over the bar. Push the lead out that wee bit more. 2-8 or 3-8 to 5 points. 3-9, apologies, to 5 points. And Antrim again going looking, and it looks like it's the number 25 that came in there, Maria Hanna. Maria Hanna of the St Paul's Club. That has come in, and Louth have turned it over again with Rice trying to drive it inside, and Antrim read where that one was going, and now they're coming out with it. Play it quickly down into the centre to Niamh Enright. Enright, hand goes up from the referee again, and again little just pulled back. Will he give the initial advantage? Nothing accrued from it, and he's pulled then for the second indiscretion there. And just to give you that change again, it's Maria Hanna, the number 25 that has come in. As Antrim again playing maybe for an element of pride now, as Meath McCurdy just goes in there, and again just a sandwich between 2 Louth players, and a knock on the leg for our troubles as well, which can happen when players travelling at pace. Again, referee hand in ball, medical attention just in there. It was Meath McCurdy just that was on the receiving end of that, just again sandwiched between the 2 Louth players. Everyone committed to going to get the ball, as you would want and expect. And as time moves on, you get envisaged that possibly it's an element of pride that Antrim will now be playing for here. Quite a bit of work to do on the scoreboard. 3-9 to 5. As the sun continues to beam down on us here, clear blue, beautiful sky. It's the Clonagale Club grounds that we find ourselves in today here in Dundalk and the county of Louth. And perfectly timed, we've a train gone past. One of the many settings, catching everybody's attention as it goes by there. Still waiting on the opportunity for a player to be going down on the far side of the field when a train's gone by, and can say they're moving like a train. It just hasn't happened yet. thankfully. Maeve McCurdy, is she back up on her feet? She is. There's another change on the Antrim. No, Maeve McCurdy, unfortunately, doesn't look like she's going to be fit to continue, and going in to replace her there is the number 23, Aveen Enright. So that's unfortunately for Maeve there, and Aveen Enright appears to have gone in, and it was a free then that for Louth, and they've taken it, but it's been turned over. And it's Antrim going on the attack over on that far side to see Maeve McCurdy just directly below us here, gingerly just making her way off. Just a wee bit more attention being given to her knee. Thankfully, she was fit to get back up on her feet. Did make her way off the field, and that change then was facilitated inside. Ellen Morgan got a point to her name when she made her introduction in the first half. She plays it out over to that far side, just blindsided for the moment who it was. It was Kathy Carey indeed that was on that one. Antrim still playing just back and forth, and again I can hear the management of Louth just saying that's good, and it's good from their perspective because they're keeping Antrim out, and now suddenly the shoulder goes down, the ball is tipped and it's turned over. Oh, it was so patient from Louth. They didn't panic on any occasion, just held their line, covered the spaces, turned it over, and now they're going to go and see can they capitalise on it at the opposite end of the field. Coming out with it there with Eva Russell, and she just gives it away inside, and Antrim again will patiently build back through once more with Maria Hanna. Dropped it down into the centre here, and now Antrim up to go for the long one inside, and again it's broken and read by Kira. And I think it was Nolan that come in with it there, and it's back out again. Louth now guilty just giving it away when they kick it out. It's obviously they're pulling so many back, they don't have the support for when they go forward. It's inside to Kathy Carey here once more. Nice crossfield ball, looking for and hearing the shout of Aisling McFarland. Antrim, I think, could be getting ready to make another change for themselves here as she continues on her merry way. Aisling McFarland, and she's taken down inside there by Kira Nolan, and we've a Louth player down in the middle as well. The referee signals for the medical attention to come in there, and it gives us an opportunity just to update then as well on our own notes here to the changes that have been made. So again, just to confirm that one for you, it's Aveen Enright that came in for Maeve McCurdy. And it looks like they were getting ready, Antrim, to make another change. I've certainly seen the number 22 down to her right hand side warming up here. That's Danielle Connolly, the Money Last club, warming up down to her right hand side here. Louth player still down receiving a treatment. It'll be a free for Antrim when we get the action back underway here again. Kathy Carey is standing over it, and the Louth player will be able to resume. We'll be getting back to her feet, I would have thought, very shortly. I think just winded possibly when she went to ground that last time, and just taking the moment to catch her breath. Yeah, that appears to be what it is, just trying to gulp in the Louth fresh air with us here, back up on our feet, and should be fit to continue. And when we do get back underway, it'll be the free for Antrim down on the 20-metre line, and the Louth player thankfully back up on her feet. And it was the number 5 over there, Michelle McMahon, as Kathy Carey puts that one, always come down to the post. And again, Louth, quickest to capitalise on it there, and they're going to break with pace coming out through the middle. With McLaughlin plays it over to the player, Michelle McMahon, none the worse there for having been on the ground, receiving the treatment. Nice ball played up then to Aoife Halligan. Solo out of the ball with Halligan, and steps away from the first challenge, drops that one in again. They've just given it away, and I see the despairing hands of the Louth management, but just throwing their hands up, and a little bit of frustration there. They're doing so much good work to get the ball out of the danger area. I know they're in control on the scoreboard, but maybe cheaply giving it away on themselves with a lot of hard work from their defence to get it that far. Kathy Carey again is bottled up, takes it quickly, plays it across into the centre to Ciara Brown. Brown just doesn't fancy going from distance, so plays it out wide over to the far side to Aisling McFarland. McFarland dips the head, comes in off her left, puts that one in. The referee judges those little tug back on her there. She tried to take her shot, and it's going to come back for the free in. And an advantage was being played, nothing accrued from it, so the ball will come back out again, and an opportunity Kathy Carey will stand over on this one. Similar angle as the last one, a little bit closer in. The last one was out in the 20-metre line, unfortunately just hit off the post, so she'll be looking maybe to make this one count for herself. game maybe now take a sort of more of a challenge game training mode to it, but they'll still be wanting to make every score count, and they've managed to do that. Second point of this second half, 6 points to 3-9 after the free-flowing scoring half we had in the opening 30 minutes. It's just maybe settled down, and that again just could be the warmth of the afternoon that's adding to that as well. Physical exertions on the players, tiredness is very telling that Antrim certainly are gaining a lot more possession of the ball in this second half, and can they make it count now? Well, Emma Farron would like to think that she can, and it's just overcooked the pass back out to her. She's going to have a wee bit of work to do, but it was brilliant work in there by the Louth full back line to turn that one over, and it comes out, and strong hands coming in there, and it's Niamh Rice is coming out. She has a gold or a name already, and a beautiful finish it was as well, and here she goes again, and she's just so quick off her feet. Oh, lovely little crossfield ball inside there to Rebecca Carr. Rebecca Carr's broke on the inside. Oh, wonderful finish. Beautiful finish. Great move, as has been described to my left hand side here, and there is no better way to describe it than that. And again, it was that girl Niamh Rice that was involved in it from the early stages. A beautiful crossfield ball then into Rebecca Carr. They got on the end of it and finished at the back of the net. And the changes now, they're going to start making their changes. And it's the number 9 that has come off there. Aoife Hannigan, that has come off. And just looking to see, I think it was the number 24 that went in there. It was indeed the number 24, I can tell you, is Roisin Kavanagh. That has gone in. So I'd imagine both sides now will be running their benches just to give them all a chance. And the sub that's just come in, fresh legs. Fuller running, and then to Lauren Boyle. Boyle off her left, Boyle in. No, it's just going to bounce out to the wrong side, and I think the referee is playing the advantage. Is going to come back out for a free. That's exactly what it is, right on the point of the arc of the D. And an opportunity for Louth then to make up for that miss. Takes it back out here, and is it Collins or Boyle? It's Boyle. Lauren Boyle. We have Laura Collins and Lauren Boyle, and it's Lauren Boyle on the arc of the D. Bouncing a solo and another bounce. Looking at the post, placing it in, high kick. Oh, I think that's drifting. It is drifting out to the wrong side of the post and wide. Second wide in this second half. And another change going to be made for Louth here, and Kate Flood is going to be introduced. Didn't start. Picked up a knock and they're lost to Leitrim the last day, but now is getting her introduction, and Denise McKenna is making her way off. Well, what a game Denise McKenna has had here. I don't think Antrim will be too annoyed to see Denise McKenna going off, because it was a fantastic afternoon's work from Denise McKenna, and Kate Flood then has been introduced for her, and Antrim are going to get ready to make a change here as well. Keen to keep note of all these changes, but it's inside then with Ciara Brown for Antrim being stood up inside there. Antrim still not giving, or Louth I should say, still not giving up on their defensive duties as much as they're in control of the scoreboard at 4-9 to 6 points. Push in on the back there as Kathy Carey going to take this one. Looking behind her, what options is available. Goes for Aisling McFarlane, number 6 on her back. Strong hand going in on her. Shrill whistle of the referee signals that it's going to be a free for Antrim. Kathy Carey comes to it again takes it short behind to Tubridy. Anya Tubridy back in again to Carey once more. Has a player in front of her, makes use of that player. Back again then to Tubridy. Back over into the middle here once then to Ciara Brown. Brown back out then to Aisling McFarlane. There's a lot of work through the hands, but they're not just making inroads. And again, another hand tackle coming in there. Again, the referee shrill whistle signals are free for an opportunity. I see a lot of work Antrim are doing it, in fairness, through the hands there, but it's still not just making any sort of inroads, and that's credit's due to the Louth defence as well, that are getting themselves in place. And it's Kathy Carey that'll stand over this one. An opportunity to get another point to her name. Coming in off the right, she's going to have to cut through it. Oh, a beautiful cut through the ball there. We had full value of her position to see how she perfected that one. Cut through it and screwed it in and over the bar. That's Una Pearson, the Louth goalkeeper, and I think we're going for the water break. That's exactly what it is. So another opportunity for breaths to be drawn here. The water break first, and it had this second water break. Game's nearly now been played in 4 quarters. We've The 1 quarter remaining. It's Louth well in control of this one. 4-9 to 7 points. Water break complete. And I see Stephanie Cochran has come in for Antrim there as well. Number 21 on her back. That's Stephanie Cochran. So as I say, both management teams now, as you would expect, making use of their benches, giving as many players as they can a run out, and it's Niamh Enright that has made way for that 21. So it is. As Una Pearson down to her right hand side. And taken on us deep out inside there. And it's Louth breaking through the middle. One of the changes that they've made, and it's dropped down into Lauren Boyle. And it was Kavanagh indeed. Roisin Kavanagh was initially involved in that. Dropped it into Lauren Boyle, and she puts it in and over the bar. 4-10 to 7 points. And you just get the feeling this game will peter out over the next 10 minutes or so. As Anna McCann opts to go short, and Antrim are going to try to build with McFarlane playing it out to Niamh McIntosh. Back to McFarlane once more. Has runners ahead of her if she needs them. Kathy Carey coming from deep out. Torrance and goes back in again. She's in a little bit of space there if they can spot and see her. Now they do get it into her. She's looking for options, and she's got an option coming off very quickly on her shoulder. Back out again to Kathy Carey, and she puts it in and over the bar. And Antrim, I visage, may just try to win out this last half for themselves. They'll just try to. They may not be able to do enough to do any real damage on the scoreboard. What they'll try to do is just, for the sake of finishing well, to outscore their opponents. Yes, they got themselves another point there. 4-10 to 8. Kathy Carey with another one there, and it's deep down into the corner. Louth into the centre here, trying to build, and that's exactly what they're doing with Murray, Emer Murray. Played it off, and now the head's down, and the fresh legs of Roisin Kavanagh is running the Mary dance. Well, can she finish this with a score? It'd be an incredible run. Oh, and she just gave it away, but the hand come across. Maybe that just was enough to put the pressure on her there, but you could certainly tell the fresh legs coming into the game, the amount of ground that was covered there by Roisin Kavanagh, and she'll certainly be giving the management plenty to think about when the next selection comes round for the next day with a run like that. And it's Laura Collins will have an opportunity. But every time that Antrim have managed to get a score for themselves, Louth have went up and done the same at the opposite end of the field, and again they match it point for point, but it's on the scoreboard 4-11 to 8 that they're in real control. Hannah McCann again down to her left hand side, cap on head. Antrim player just tying her lace here at the moment. The referee's going to allow for that to happen. Lace is tied, coming out, drops it down. Rebecca Bradley didn't start the game for Antrim, but did come in as a substitute. She's back on the ball here again as Bradley. She's got a runner off the shoulder to the left, gives it inside then to the number 22 instead, Danielle Connolly, who laid it off down deep in then to Ashley McFarland, and they've torn it back in here once more. And they're forced way deep out into the corner here again. It's quickly through the hands. Kathy Carey, a little push in on her back there. Judged by the referee, and another opportunity for Antrim to put a point on the board for themselves. As I say, they might look to try and outscore their opponents, but that one just goes horribly wrong and out to the wrong side of the post and wide. As I say, a game that you just know is petering out at this stage, and Antrim just running in another one. Lucy Wallace of the St Paul's Club. St Paul's very strong from a ladies' perspective, football perspective, in the Saffron County. And the number 18 going in there, looking to see there's a few tactical changes going on. Just haven't seen who has made their way off the field yet. But that one is over on the far side, in fact. So that's what has caught us out. But the 18 and it's come down inside to Ciara Brown, and Brown lays it down into one of the many changes that have been made to Avin Enright. Again, you could see what the intention was, but the ball won the race out over the end line. Lucy Wallace, the latest change to be introduced by Antrim. It's down to our right hand side, Una Pearson. Going to go long with this one, driving it out, looking. Rebecca Bradley read where that one was going, gets it at the second time of asking. Drops it down into the player that's after coming on, Lucy Wallace. High hands going up. There's another change for Antrim going to come our way here as Louth win that one again. Win themselves to free and will be fit to clear the danger. 4-11 to 8 in favour of the home side. Have really put to bed that loss they experienced last week against Leitrim. You just get the feeling it was a game they wanted to get out of their system, and they've done it, and done it with relative ease here today as the hand come across there. And the referee's going to go in. There'll be a little tickle just go into the book here. There certainly was no major malice intended in that one. Just noting down the name into the book, and just a little warning there for the Antrim player. And I think, oh, he's going to give a yellow card for that, is he? He is indeed. So it's a sin bin, and I know contact in ladies football has to be at the minimum, but that did seem a little harsh there. It was more or less just a hand coming across to try and strip possession, but possibly maybe he had tired of the number of times he was blowing the whistle. But Antrim's day going from bad to worse as they're going to finish the game now with 14 players. So they are. And it was Emma Ferrin that come off a little earlier on in that change. And Antrim now down to 14 players. And look below, I think another change being made there for Antrim as well. I can see now that Aoife Taggart is off, as well as breaking through the middle here. Go Louth once more, quickly through the hands, taken down and back out then to Michelle McMahon. Moving with real pace is Kate Flood, dropping it down inside. A little pull back there, referee judges, and it's going to go for the free in to Louth, and another opportunity to put another score on the board. And Louth now getting ready to make a number of changes as well. So a real broken up nature to the game now with all the changes obviously that's been made too, as Lauren Boyle, well, there may be inconsistency with the play with the some amount of substitutions that have been made, but there's one thing remaining consistent: Lauren Boyle and place ball and getting scores, and she's managed to do that. 27 and 19 being introduced is Holly Lamb Sally and Louise Byrne. 27 and 19. We're looking to see who it is. 27 has gone in for 7. Ciara Nolan is one of the changes. And we're looking across to see where the other one is coming from. I think Louth have an extra player on the field. Well, they have an extra 2 players because they're already playing with a full complement with 15. One extra on. Antrim are playing with 14. And there's the other change off to my left-hand side there. And we're going to get it on the PA system.
Number 19 for number 14,
Lauren Boyle. So her last piece of action was that point, and she's managed to get it. And that was her last piece of action before the change there. Sideline ball for Antrim here. They take it fairly quickly below us here. Inside to one of the numerous changes that has been made as a note to Maria Hanna. Hanna then into 26, which is Orla Corr. She did start at 26 on her back. And Antrim gonna make a free, or have a free here down in the centre for Antrim. They take it short. Oh, strong hand coming across there. Ball goes to ground, touched on the ground, but the referee judges that the foot went in then as well. And Antrim win themselves the no, it's Louth free. Yeah, initially thought he was going to give it to Antrim, but it was a Antrim foot that come across on the ball when it was on the ground there. Louth go attacking with Anya Breen, nicely taken down by Kate Flood, driving a long ball up. Oh, and it just took an extra spin off the ground. There was some spin on that ball, because when it hit the ground it looked like it was going to stand up. When it was a forward spin on it, that when it took the second bounce, it seemed to gather speed and take it out over the end line. It was just the power behind the shot, playing it deep down into the corner. Anna McCann off to her left hand side here. She's looking for options. She gets that option with Rebecca Bradley. Bradley can look into the centre and makes use of Orla Corr. Corr plays it quickly down into the centre here. Try to swap it across. Louth player coming across. Little pull back on her. Just after being introduced was Holly Lamb Sally, and gets her hand to ball there. Played then into Michelle McMahon. McMahon takes the return pass back from Rebecca Carr. Back again then into Niamh Rice. Niamh Rice back down to Rebecca Carr. They're going to finish with a flourish here. This in and over the bar. Another nice score from Louth. And it's been a real facet of their game with the pace which they move right down through the middle, very, very quickly through the hands to pop that one in and over the bar. 4-13 to 8 points. Fairly comprehensive from Louth's perspective. Antrim still with their first win over Derry on the opening day. Louth losing out to Leitrim, but as I say now, have really got themselves back in contention here with this win here today on their home turf. Little push in on the back there, Kate Flood, but she still managed to get the ball deep up into the corner, so she does now. They're told to work it out, and that's exactly what they do, taking full instruction from their management team here, and they do come the whole way back out again, and they can switch it over and afford to do that. That's exactly what they've done. Two Louth players calling for it there, but it was Michelle McMahon that shouted the loudest. You get the feeling that they all want to try, if they can, if possible, get names on scoreboards for themselves. Into Laura Collins. Collins deep down into the centre here to Breen. Breen across down to Niamh Rice. Niamh Rice takes one look at the post. It's out to the wrong side of the post and wide. But again, that pace and speed is still handball, even deep into the second half of this game on what has been a beautiful warm afternoon with us here at the Clonagale Club Grounds in Dundalk. I just noted it's a club ground. Good catch by the manager directly below us here. So club ground I've travelled past and went past on many an occasion. Never had the pleasure of being in here, so have put that one to bed for myself. Beautiful settings, club grounds. And a sideline ball below us to my left hand side here for Louth, who's directly kicked out by Anna McGarry. And we have another sub. So Alison Doherty, Laura Collins. So Ashleen O'Doherty is in for 13. Again, quite a number of changes. Kate Flood swinging the boot at that one, but the referee judged that there had been a foul. And I can see Antrim now going to, and I think Anya Tuberty is going to be spoken to here. May have had a word as she was just going past there, the referee, and it looks like Antrim are going to finish with another player in the sin bin. They are, so it's another yellow card. Just going all horribly wrong here for Antrim, so it is. As Anya Tuberty makes her way to the sin bin. 13 players facing 15 players, and again the scoreboard 4-13 to 8. 4-13 or 4-12 to 8 is what we have it now. It could change to 4-13 to 8. It does. I see the scoreboard reading 4-13. I have it 4-13 to 8 now. It's gone to 4-14. And now you have 4-13 on my page in front of me here. As it comes out, and another change for Antrim. As I say, a real fragmented, broken up sort of finish to this game. As we look to Anna McCann out to her left hand side to take this one, and again she kicks it out, hands going up, and again the bounce takes, and it's going to go for a second sideline ball again for Louth. It's a sideline ball for Louth, so it is, because it immediately went from the kick out. It's taken by Anya Breen. Deep up into the corner here to Kate Flood. Comes back inside then to Anya Breen once more. Back out again then to Kate Flood. Kate Flood swings a boot at it. Anna McCann comes across. Let it bounce. Got it up at the second time of asking. Plays it out then to Rebecca Bradley. And Antrim just looking to try and come out of their own full forward line. Have been really pinned back now at this stage. 2 players in the sin bin. Finishing with 13 here versus the 15. And it's coming back across inside, and Louth now will just afford to push everybody up on them. So comfortable on the scoreboard. Ball going to win the race. Oh, Breen done very well to keep that one in from crowding out over the sideline here, playing as if there's life depended on it there, in fairness to her. And she's back in on it here once more. You just get the feeling all the Louth players, they want to try and get their name on the scoreboard now for themselves. As they play it back out again then to the number 10 on. Just screws horribly off the foot there of Eastfell Russell and drops down into the hands. She may get a second bite at the cherry on this one. Comes back out instead to Breen. Breen then to Kate Flood. Kate Flood's on the arc of the D. Antrim credit where credit is due. Still funneling players back. Still trying just to negate the pressure that they've been put under. Is back out here again to Kate Flood once more. Flood drives it across into the centre to Murray. Emma Murray. Toe to hand, Emma Murray off her right, and that's going to go out to the wrong side of the post and wide. And there, I thought that was the full-time whistle from the referee. Not just as of yet. Anna McCann down to my left-hand side again. Driving it long. Very telling thing of the goalkeeper for Antrim. She got a incredible length to her kick out. Little push in on the back there, judged by the referee, and going to be allowed free. I thought he initially said it, pushing on the back of the Antrim player. Hand goes up, breaks down in front of Kate Flood, but coming across there, Antrim win themselves the free, and there goes the full-time whistle. Comfortable and very comfortable in the end for the home side as they get their Division 4 Lidl's Ladies League underway with a win in the second round. After that loss, it just appears that wanted to get that out of their system. They've done that, and they go to a win to their name, a win and a loss. And Antrim, similar, having had that win over Derry on the opening day, have a win and a loss to their names as well. So it's beginning to open up nicely in Division 4. It finishes here on the scoreboard, reading to my left, 4-14 to 8. I have it on my own notes, 4-13 to 8. A point here or there I don't think is going to matter to the home side. It's them that have run out winners.